what we doing. I'm rolling up, but yeah, I ain't gotta see all that. So the point of me making this shit was niggas is talking about like agendas and shit. The Zoro versus Sanji thing. Okay, I was just talking about Kaku versus Jabra, right? So y'all remember back in Anna's lobby when Kaku came, or Jabra and Kaku met up, or we found out that Jabra used to have higher Dariki than Kaku, but Kaku surpassed him. But he only surpassed him by like a magnitude of 20, which is 2 Marines, the actual fighter Marines. So you being 2 Marines stronger than me basically means you're not stronger than me. It's negligible. You feel me? There's no benefit you had. Like 2 fighters, that's crazy. So with that, we go from Jabra and Kaku versus Sanji and Zoro, where Jabra is technically weaker than Kaku on a Dariki scale, but when you take into consideration that Jabra was the only CP9 agent, had the only user of Rokushiki period that can move and use Tekai. Now that's really important. That's really impressive because that's basically what Sanji on right now. Right now, Sanji basically has full body Tekai whenever he wants and he can move. So that's an OPS power. And then Kaku, you know, like I said, he was technically stronger, but it was minuscule. So then they get the Devil Fruits, right? And people's like, well, that was before Kaku had a Devil Fruit, even though they explicitly state that Devil Fruits are not included in Doriki. Which means base mode Kaku versus base mode Jabra. It's a toss-up. And I say it's a toss-up because technically Jabra has lower Doriki. But it's only by a negligible amount. Remember, 2 fighters. And Jabra has better Tekai than even Rob Lucci, seeing that he can move with it. So, I mean, he can fight with Tekai on. And then Kaku's specialty was Rankaku, the Tempest Kick. But it won't work on Jabra because he can keep Tekai on while he fights. So if they had, and then Chopper said carnivorous zones are better than regular zones, at least when it comes to combat. So everything points to Jabra being a better combatant than Kaku. But the reason I like it is because Kaku also got a boost from his Devil Fruit. Basically, we don't know who is stronger. And Oda did that on purpose because Zoro and Sanji, we never gonna know who's stronger. If you look at it on paper, obviously you're gonna think Zoro. It's the end of the day. But when you like actually look at the paper or flip the page, you're like, oh, okay, I see there's not really a clear-cut answer here. Superficially, it's Zoro. Just like with the Scar, like we was talking about Zoro versus Yamato. Yamato has advanced conquering coding. She had it before Zoro did. But the only reason people think Zoro is stronger than her is because he left a scar on Kaido. And she didn't. My counter to that is Luffy didn't. You feel me? Like, if I got a sword, it's easier for me to scar people than somebody with a club or a fist. So that's not a definitive measurement. You can't say that because she had a different type of weapon or because she didn't do the same thing that she's weaker when they had 2 different types of weapons. You feel me? So getting back to the actual topic, my whole point of this was I made a post Zoro versus Yamato, who's stronger. And at one point I was like, Zoro got to be stronger because she's going to join the crew, right? Wrong. She didn't join the damn crew. All right? Now that she didn't join the crew, she doesn't have to be weaker than Zoro. She doesn't have to be weaker than Sanji. Just like Jinbei, Oda didn't let Jinbei join until Zoro and Sanji surpassed him, right? Right. So it's the same thing with Yamato. Zoro just now got advanced conquerors. Yamato been had it. That's not a reason to put him over her. You know what I mean? And then, like, physically, Zoro's a human. Yeah, he's strong as shit. But she's a Oni. You feel me? Like, she was going toes with Luffy. She's a daughter of Kaido. She's like 10 feet tall. She's a Oni. physically in base, she should be stronger than Zoro. Not to mention she's a Zoan Oni, daughter of Kaido, with advanced conqueror's haki. So there's no way that Zoro should be punching harder than her or hitting harder than her. I just don't see how that makes sense. And then there's no feat to that. Again, like people talk about the king thing. Me personally, like, okay, so would you rather be able to defeat King with that, the way Zoro did it, which in my opinion was straight bullshit because it was plot, because why the fuck? If I was King, Zoro's not ever going to see my less durable form. I don't need a speed form. What do I need a speed form for? I can hit you. Like, you not blitzing around. Like, I don't need my speed form. Yeah, that was pure plot so that Zoro would never lose again, like he said. And, yeah, I ain't fucking with that shit. So, and then, like, I'm not saying Yamato could have beat King, but Yamato could have beat King. You feel me? Differently than Zoro, sure. But the fact that she would have been clubbing that nigga, I mean, like, just boom, with, with haki that Zoro used to cut him, I think that it'd be cool. I think that she got that nigga. I'm pretty sure she do. Obviously, she's beating Sanji, but I legitimately thought that she was going to have to be weaker than both of them just so that the monster trio wouldn't get broken up. Even though the monster trio did get broken up because Luffy is now a Yonko and Zoro, Sanji, and Jinbei are the monster trio. Man, all this goddamn shake. Don't you hate shake? But, there's some buds in here. Let me stop. But yeah, so I don't know. It just always bothered me. Like, I be trying to like Zoro sometimes, but y'all niggas just be doing the most, bro. Like, this nigga, I mean, he the GOAT. But I don't see why that means. Like, people be like, at the end of the series, Luffy won, Zoro 2. Why? Why, nigga? Why? That don't even make... This ain't Naruto where it's Sasuke and Naruto. This ain't Dragon Ball Z where Goku and Vegeta trying to surpass each other. This is a situation where Zoro is an employee of Luffy. Zoro works for this nigga. If Luffy say go die, Zoro has to go die. If Luffy say come here, Zoro has to come here. You feel me? Like, Zoro is a legit true blue subordinate. He's not his equal. There's no Yonko crew where anybody in the crew is as strong as the Yonko. Marco not fucking with Whitebeard. Katakuri not fucking with Big Mom. King not fucking with Kaido. And as much as people like to throw Ben Beckman on such a high horse because Oda said he is the moon to the sun, you can't name me one piece of fiction or facts, because obviously Celestial, it's not even close to which one is bigger, but you can't name me a piece of fiction where the moon is just as strong as the sun. I guess, never mind, I just thought about one. But most of them, the sun is stronger than the moon. It's just that the sun doesn't want to kill the moon, or the sun is pure-hearted and the moon is willing to do dirty shit like Naruto versus Sasuke. Contrary to popular belief, Sasuke wasn't on Naruto level. He wasn't fucking with Naruto. The only reason that fight even lasted is because Sasuke was trying to kill Naruto and Naruto was just trying to knock out Sasuke. Look at that last clash when they came down. Sasuke had the souped up Chidori. Naruto went up with the regular Rasengan. Sasuke had gravity and a bunch of other shit on his side, and it still equaled Naruto non-lethal regular Rasengan. That's crazy. So again, like, Zoro is an employee and a subordinate of Luffy. He will never be Luffy's equal. The last time they could have been equals was Whiskey Peak. Okay, that's the only argument I've heard that I was like, okay, I'll give you that. Shout out to my nigga UW. But yeah, currently no, it's not a thing. Like, Zoro's strong, but he's not that fucking strong. Like, he's Luffy's subordinate, he's Luffy's number 2. That's cool. But I believe that there will be other people in the series stronger than Zoro. Like Law, like Yamato, like Sabo. You feel me? There's no reason Zoro should have to be the second strongest person on the planet. That's pretty. There's absolutely no reason. And I am now finished, so I'll catch you niggas on the flip side. Well, I'm gonna get a podcast started where I smoke. That should be dope. Alright, y'all. Be easy.